One of the key questions for companies venturing abroad is what entry mode to choose for a particular market. If they decide on an acquisition, they need to consider numerous steps and factors before finalizing the transaction. The acquisition process has many steps and can often take anywhere from 6 months to several years to complete. A typical deal process starts with the development of an acquisition strategy. Developing such strategy revolves around the acquirer having a clear idea of what they expect to gain from making the acquisition. For instance, expanding product lines or gaining access to new markets. Alongside, they need to determine the key criteria for identifying potential target companies, such as profit margins, customer base, location, and other. Once the criteria are set, the acquirer can start looking and afterwards evaluating the potential target companies. This step may require external aid, especially if the firm cannot dedicate internal workforce for the task. Sometimes this process is facilitated when certain target companies are actively looking to be acquired because of strategic or financial reasons. The acquirer makes contact with one or more companies that meet its criteria and appear to offer good value. The purpose of initial conversation is to get more information and to see how amenable to a merger or acquisition the target company is. Assuming initial contact and conversations go well, the acquirer asks the target company to provide substantial information, such as current financials, that will enable the acquirer to further evaluate the target, both as a business on its own and as a suitable acquisition target. Once the initial evaluation is done and a positive decision is made, companies proceed with due diligence. Due diligence is an exhaustive process that begins after the decision to acquire has been accepted. It aims to confirm or correct the acquirer's assessment of the value of the target company by conducting a detailed examination and analysis of every aspect of the target company's operations, its financial metrics, assets and liabilities, customers, human resources, etc. After producing several valuation models of the target company, the acquirer should have sufficient information to enable it to construct a reasonable offer. Once the initial offer has been presented, the two companies can negotiate terms in more detail. Assuming negotiations are completed with no major problems or concerns arising, the next step forward is executing a final contract for sale. The parties make a final decision on the type of purchase agreement, whether it is to be an asset purchase or share purchase. The acquirer will, of course, have explored financial options for the deal earlier, but the details of financing typically come together after the purchase and sale agreement has been signed. The acquisition deal closes, and management teams of the target and acquirer work together on a process of merging the two firms.